Yeah. All right. Oh, we made it. Hey, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Happy Monday. Okay, let me just make sure I got all my settings right. Hi, Miriam. Hi, darling. Also, I had the weirdest thing happen today. I was getting ready and I always put on just a little bit of makeup. And I was like, wow, why does everything feel like it's going on weird? And I realized I totally skipped moisturizing my face. How do you forget to moisturize your face? I was like, wow, skin feels dry. I guess summertime. No, bitch, you skipped the most important part of the routine. And I was just staring at myself and I'm like, wow, class is starting in 10 minutes. Should I just rub my moisturizer all over this? I don't know. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, fucking shit, man. You know, sometimes your brain is like, so that's that. How are you guys doing? That's a good question, right? Dry Monday. Not to be confused with Blue Monday. Yeah. The hit song from New Order. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Anywho. While you guys are letting me know how you're doing in the chat, which I just love it when you guys pop into chat. So if you happen to be within the stream and Patreon, you can jump out and access it through YouTube so that you can chat with us. I always like starting a week and kind of reviewing the week past and kind of going over what my goals were and what my goals are for this week. I just think it's a good practice to have. So over the past several weeks, one of my main goals has been to try to be a student more often and go and take classes. And last week I managed to make it to 3. I was so proud of myself. So I made it to, and I did them all back to back. On Thursday, I went to jujitsu. That was good. That was good. Definitely feel like I'm gaining some more confidence in jiu-jitsu, which is good because I've been doing it very irregularly for a couple of years now. Actually, more than that. Oh, Jesus Christ. I started in 2019. 5 years. How does that happen? Anyways, I still feel like 2019 was 2 years ago. And then went to Pilates jump board on Friday. All of you heard me complaining about that when we did bar on Saturday because my little ankles and my calves were screeching as I was doing all the bar stuff. And then on Sunday, I went to a yoga class. How about that? So feeling good this week, you could say. So for today, flow class, 1 hour, all levels, but definitely lots of options to level things up. My goals have been to continue working on back bends because they're just something that I don't feel like my best at. My hamstrings have been feeling tight, my hip flexors feel tight. So I'm always looking to improve in that way. So I say, let's do some more back bends, yeah? All right, I'm gonna share the playlist that we used for bar because I think it would be also great for a flow class. So I'm gonna stick that in here. We're gonna start with the second song. And I'm going to adjust my camera when I get over there. All right. I still have my bar setup going. Oh, and I need to make it brighter in here. So let's do that. All right, I think just that in itself helped. Gonna take my key light. Isn't it so bright? It's like the goddamn surface of the sun. Cool, that looks good. You guys ready? Let's do it. So I've got a couple blocks here. I think it would be good to do some work also on our backs. So if your hamstrings are pretty tight, you can use a strap. Oh, man, I'm feeling a little sore from last week, TBH. Oh. All right, and once we're down on our backs, let's step our feet to the width of our mat and knock our knees together. And just take a few moments here to breathe. Identify with your body. And I always like to say, kind of taking an inventory of where you're at. So I'm noticing some soreness, a little bit of sleepiness for myself. We'll take one more breath like that in and out. Now let's start to windshield wipe our knees from right to left. Just gently bringing in some movement into our hips. I know it's not morning for all of us, but Miriam has lived a whole day because she's in France. So me and the west coast of the States people, we're just getting started. All right, we'll make ourselves back in center. Adjust your feet so that they're hip width distance apart and parallel. And we're gonna create a figure 4. So right ankle goes onto the left thigh, work that opening into the hip. You can stay just like this, or you could bring your left knee in towards your chest, grabbing for the back of the hamstring or even the front of the shin bone if you have some decent openness in your hips. Yo, the butt cheek is a little spicy today, gotta admit. All right, kiddos, let's take our left foot down towards the ground and extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Now, this is where if you grabbed a strap and feel like you need it, you can loop it on the bottom of the foot. We're gonna be starting in a flexed position. So grab wherever is accessible. Perhaps you keep your left leg where it's at or take it away any amount. Again, I've been trying to set a new goal. I talked about my old goals last week, but I'm going to tell you about my new goals. As much as I like to work on arm balances and stuff, I need to have that same dedication to maintaining my splits. So I'm okay, work on your splits a little bit as often as possible. So this is a nice way to do that. All right, let's take our leg out towards the side. So you can hang on to the outside of the leg. Maybe you grab for the inside of the arch, but try to keep yourself balanced. If you notice you're falling off to the side, Try to bring your left hand onto your hip, engage through the right hip. Here for 3. Good, last 2. And let's bring it back to center on 1. Now we're going to do your IT band. So if you happen to be using a strap, I like to transfer the strap into my left hand. We're not going into a spinal twist. There's a little bit of a twist to it, but the main focus is just taking the right leg across your midline. So I'm doing this with no strap. I'm just gonna grab for the outer edge of my right foot, and I'm already creating a sickle position. This way I'm getting into the outside of my calf muscle, the ankles, and even to the outside of the hip. Try to lengthen out through your right side. Inhale, breath. And exhale out. Good, let's take it back towards center, giving yourself one more moment here in the stretch, potentially even bringing yourself to the leg. Nicely done. And then we'll bring our right foot down towards the ground. Let's go figure 4, other side. So left ankle onto the right thigh, opening up your hip. Again, you can stay, or you bring the leg in towards your chest and grab for the back of the hamstring or the front of the shin. Yes. All right, let's return the foot down to the ground, extend your left leg up. Maybe you add in your strap here. Flex foot position to begin. Oh, my left side. It has similar mobility, but the feeling is very different. Something I was doing yesterday when I was working on this, because I feel the tension so much through my hamstring and my inner thigh. As I was trying to dig a little bit deeper, I was kind of like taking my opposite hand and running the fingers along that muscle area that's feeling very resistant, and I really felt that kind of help. Kind of giving my nervous system a little encouragement, like, hey, guess what? You can do this. All right, let's take it into our like Padagustasana B. So straps, work out to the side. Try to keep your balance. Last breath in. And with your exhale, guide the leg back towards center. Now we're gonna get into our IT band. So again, doing your hand switch, or, oh God, I just know this is gonna suck. Grabbing for the outer edge of your foot. Still, ooh, from the jump board. Fuck you, jump board. But also, I love you. I feel like that's my relationship with most fitness things. Fuck you, I love you. So. Oh my God, I love this song. You guys like the Growlers? I freaking love the Growlers. Any type of goth beach surf aesthetic I love, because that's kind of my aesthetic. All right. Let's bring that leg all the way back in towards center. Return your left foot down towards the ground. Let's take a quick bridge position. So lifting up your hips and really thinking about also elevating through your upper chest. Hands can come behind you. Interlace your fingers together and give yourself a lot of lift. Good. Try sitting your hips down onto your wrists, still staying arched through your back. Nice. And then again, lift up your hips. Great. Maybe you lift up your heels, bring yourself into some little robot arms, and try to crawl your shoulders forward so that you can grab for the fronts of your ankles. So giving yourself a bigger lift, it should kind of look like, if we flip this position, like you're in a floor bow. Nice. Now again, hinge from the hips, return your butt down towards the ground, but keep this funky little shape if you can. Nice, and then return spine to ground, knees into fingertips. Let's rock and roll up and down the length of our mat. Whee! And let's make our way all the way through to tabletop position. Now, a lot of class today is going to be focusing on subtle adjustments within shapes, things that we normally kind of go past or we don't give ourselves enough time to experience when we're in a flow class, especially one that goes too fast. To me, every flow class is too fast now. So from your tabletop position, we're gonna work through articulating cat-cow. So we're gonna initiate this from our hips. So start your rolling tailbone down and feel the low belly draw in. Before you move forwards towards that middle spine, again, really focusing on that low belly drawing in. Move that engagement towards the mid-spine and then finish with your upper spine chin. Good. Start to release your tailbone, release that core engagement. Feel stretch into the front line of the body while the back body engages. So really feel this through your lats, through your mid-spine, and even all the way up towards your sacrum. We have muscles there too. All right, let's repeat that process. Low abs, keep them. Upper abs. And work in the opposite direction. Let's do that one more time. Curl it. Unfurl it. Neutralize your spine. Good. Tuck your toes. Float your knees a couple inches up and off of the ground. Good. Step your way back to a high plank position and then send it up and back to downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Spread out your hands nice and wide. Take some wiggles. I'm kind of doing these like lateral sways. Nice, and we meet back to center. Lift up your heels, bend into your knees, see the front, and then step both of your feet to the front, hip width distance. All right, we're gonna lengthen out into a halfway lift. Now in this halfway lift, I want you to kind of hearken back to when we were working our cow position. The low abs were in, the middle abs were drawing in, and try to recreate that here. Breath in. With your exhale, forward fold. Now, since it's our first standing forward fold, I know that perhaps the hamstrings may be feeling still a little resistant. So just take that moment to work that stretch, and let's just play with where our weight is placed. So think about moving your weight forwards into your toes. If you can look between your legs, cool. Here for 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Let's roll it all the way up to standing. And either keep your legs where they're at or step your feet together. Lengthen the tailbone down, feeling your spot right underneath your butt cheeks engaged. Turn your palms to the front of your space, and with your inhale, reach the arms up, mountain. Now with the arms stretched up and overhead, still think about drawing the low ribs in while feeling that engagement through the shoulders. Lift up high onto your tippy toes. Take your hands behind you and try to connect all 5 fingertips together. I'm bending my elbows in order to make that happen. Nice, return the heels down, reach the arms up, inhale. And with your exhale, forward fold. Now grab for the backs of the legs, curl the spine in, and try to look up at your own belly button. Nice, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank position. Glide forward, lower all the way down to your stomach. Think about heart space touching first, then your tummy, and then your thighs. Working through some cobra work. I like to go hip width distance because yes. If you need a little bit wider, know that that can help with some range. So peel up your head and your heart. I'm applying just like a little bit of pressure into my hands, but then try to take that engagement into the back. So not so much in the arms, but use your back. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Walk the hands back a little bit. Good. Again, peel up, head, heart. Maybe give your hands a little more push, but again, try to keep the engagement in the back. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Push yourself back like you're going into a tabletop position, but then I want you to work back forwards and lower your chest and chin to the ground. Try to look forward. Feel that arch through the low back. Good. 3. Last 2. And 1. Push yourselves up and back into child's pose position. Elevate onto your fingertips, feeling that little bit of lift. And then walk your hands over towards the left. Side body stretch. Really reach through the lats. Man, my hair is fucking long right now. Oh, it's in the way. Walk it back through center. Same side stretch over towards the left. All right, walk it back towards center. Come forwards into a tabletop position on fingertips. So still staying nice and high. Now we're strengthening through our hands, strengthening through those connections. Let's extend our right leg back behind us. Inhale, breath. Exhale, knee to nose, round spine. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, round. So we're just giving ourselves a little height through the upper spine. Good, 1 more. Excellent. Flatten the hands down, keeping knee to chest. Tuck left toes, 3-legged dog. Take some movement that feels natural, feels good through the legs. Feel free to get creative. Yeah, I'm kind of keeping my right knee to the back of my left knee and just doing some clock face rotations. Awesome. All right, let's return back, downward facing dog. And we're going to do that same exact work on the other side. So elevate through your heels, bend into your knees, see the front, and then step to the front. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And with your exhale, fold forwards. Now again, it's our first or our second fold like this. Not really going too crazy with the feelings and sensations, but more so with where our weight is positioned. I think we tend to avoid that lean forward, but trust yourself. Nice job. Let's bend into our knees a bit, roll ourselves up to standing. And then we'll step our feet together and reach our arms up to ceiling. Mountain position. My microphone is like on the fucking run. All right. Now from here, let's elevate our heels so we are in releve. And we'll take our hands behind us and again, try to attach all 5 fingertips together. Maybe you try to go for a little more arm length on this one. This is tough. Oh, I lost my releve. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Lower the heels, reach the arms back up. And with your exhale, fold forwards. Now grab onto the backs of your legs. We're gonna go for that same curling fold. So think about hollowing out through the belly, looking upwards, and pulling yourself deep towards the legs. Awesome. Release, bring your hands down to the ground, step back, and then let's again lower down to our tummies. Cobra, peel up head and heart. Give yourself a little assistance. Good, but maybe there's also some more height on this second side. All right, return the heart space back down. Maybe you go for a little more height. I'm even gonna go like really close to my up dog and then give it to myself at the last moment. Let's see how that goes. Peel it up. Nice. Take it back. Child's pose position. Now again, activate through fingies. Side walk it over to the left. Let's take it back to the other side. Awesome, and then we'll walk it back to center. We'll come back into that tabletop position, but on fingertips. So giving yourself a lot more height here in the upper body. Left leg extends back. Inhale, breath. Exhale, knee to nose. Total of 5. 4. 5th one, we're gonna keep the knee in, lower back down to your palms, tuck toes. 3, legged dog. Again, find any movement that feels good here. I just did instinctively this weird thing I've never done before. Knee to knee, clock face, wee. Reverse. Also, if you're following along with your playlist, just know that this song that just came on, I literally squealed with glee when I saw there was a Chelsea Wolfe remix with Boy Harsher. I was like, say less. All right, we're back in our downward facing dog. Now we're gonna do kind of like a little bit of a speed run, a little bit different. Lift up your heels, bend into your knees, travel to the front. I encourage hopping here. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. Exhale, forward fold. Pull yourself deep. Inhale, rise up to standing, sweeping your arms skyward. Nice. With your exhale, take your hands behind you, lift up into releve. Try to just go for chest expansion grip here, lengthening out through your spine. Nice. Now, can you keep your releve as you work to almost like a halfway lift position? 3. Good. 2. And 1. Release. Rise all the way back up. Exhale, forward fold, heels down. Good. Take a halfway lift. Inhale, breath. Again, exhale, curling fold. Bring yourself into yourself. All right, hands come down to the ground, step back, and let's move through a chaturanga. downward facing dog. All right, let's lift up our right leg. And I want you to focus on your square hip positioning here. Try to think about lifting from the center of your bum, and then exhale, draw the knee towards your chest and step through to your low lunge position. Heel toe the right foot outside of your right hand, so you're in a wider lizardy position, and feel free to lower your left knee down towards the ground, gaining some space into the hip. You can stay on hands, you can work down to forearms. All right, we'll walk ourselves back up onto our hands. We'll work the right leg back towards the center and grab up our blocks. Try to walk yourself back and upright, taking yourself into more of a hip extension and a back bend, potentially even bending through the elbows a bit and leaning back into your seat. All right, take yourself forward, walk the blocks so that they frame the foot. Tuck your back toe, lift up your back knee, and take a hamstring stretch. Heart space, work towards the thigh. Bend into your front knee, stack shoulders above hips, bring your arms up overhead, high crescent position. Bring a soft bend into your back knee. Right hand is gonna reach for your left wrist. And we're gonna side bend over towards our right hand side. Good, bring yourself back to center, re-extending through the arms, and then work into your Virabhadrasana 2. With your inhale, reverse warrior, side body stretch. And exhale, side angle. Elbow can be on thigh, left arm high, or even reaching for that block that's to the outside of your foot. Now we've been working this little detail in a lot of our classes. Hands are gonna find the nape of your neck, right where your skull curvature meets your neck, so your occipitals, and try to hang on to that area while you create space in the left side. Take your breath in, and with your exhale, bring yourself all the way up like you're in Warrior 2 again. Take this left hand, wrap it around the back of yourself, potentially even finding the inner thigh of your right leg. Right arm reaches up and over, again, reverse. Exhale, take both of your hands back down onto your blocks, and then step your left foot forward next to the right. We're gonna stay up on the toes of your left leg. So it's like you're in a little pony step position. Bend into the right knee. Good, chair position. Now we're gonna lift up our left leg. So you're just kind of in this half chair position on your right leg. Good, try to create your figure 4 using the strength of that left side and dig a little bit deeper, hands to heart center. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring yourself all the way up, single-legged mountain. Nice, back into your figure 4 chair. Single-legged mountain. Figure 4 chair. Single-legged mountain. One more time like that, figure 4 chair. And single-legged mountain. Take a big step back, framing up your right foot, Ekapada Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And with your exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do the other side, then take a little break. Left leg lifts up, square. Step your left foot between your hands. And then heel toe the left foot wider. Lizard lunge, knee can lower. You can even lower down to your forearms. All right, let's walk ourselves back up. Heel toe your left foot back towards the center. Grab your blocks. And I feel a sneeze coming. Oh no, sneezing in a back bend. It's not coming, wait. I feel like lately I've been sneezing in like literally the worst positions ever. Oh, okay. Now, in this back bend shape, again, we're trying to even bend into your elbows a bit and really trust yourself into those front thighs. Last 3. Last 2. Oh. And 1. Take it forwards, tuck back toes, lift back knee, ensure that your blocks are framing up your left foot, and then lengthen out through the left leg, work into your hamstring stretch. Good, rebend into your front knee. Rise and stack up into high crescent. So shoulders above your hips, micro bend into the back knee, arms are up and overhead. Left hand will find your right wrist. Take it into a side bend to your left hand side. Awesome, bring it back towards center. Warrior 2. Adjust the feet. Reverse warrior, side body stretch. Awesome, exhale, side angle, left elbow thigh, right arm high, or left hand on the block behind your leg. Now for that same side body spaciousness we've been doing, hand to the back of the nape and opening up our side line. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourselves back up. Release the right hand, sweep it around you to create that little half bind shape. Left arm up and over, back into your reverse. Return both of your hands down towards your blocks. Once you're squared up, walk the blocks forward. Step the right foot next to the left, but keep the heel popped. Bend into the left knee, find your chair shape. Good, single leg chair, lift up the right leg. Trust that strength into the left side, and then create your figure 4. Good, you can find more depth. Bringing hands towards heart, leaning forwards. All right, let's bring it up, single-legged mountain. And then back into your figure 4. Single mountain, figure 4. Last one. Single-legged mountain, and take it back and through Ekapada. Upward facing, exhale, down dog, or as I suggest, a resting pose of choice. Take some water. I don't know why I feel like we aren't doing a lot, but I feel like it's hard. And I'm about to make it harder, because that's my favorite thing to do. Okay, So again, these next parts of our flows, I'm just gonna be adding on some little bits and pieces that some of us will do and some of us will totally omit. So keep in mind, especially like I feel like mindset's really important in any type of physical practice, because all of this is, of course, variance for all, right? So some things are easier for me, harder for me versus you. Some things that you do may be harder for me to do, but easy for you. So make those decisions for yourself and feel free to explore and try things, because that's how we get better. Yeah? All right, so we're gonna start in downward facing dog. And one of our first transitions is going to be a hopping travel towards the front. So those feelings of curling in that we were working in those forward folds are going to come in handy here. So from your downward facing dog, we'll lift up our right leg. And I want you to look towards the front of your mat and either take one or a couple hops to try to get your left foot to the front. Nice. And if you want to try that again, because one thing that frustrates me in class is when, as a student, is if, I introduce something new and I only get one chance to try it, because I'm take a couple chances kind of girly. Yeah. So trying to get light, trying to get that sustain. Nice. And when you make it to the front, lower the right foot so it's next to the left. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. And with your exhale, step your left foot behind you so that you're in a lunge. With your inhale, rise up, high crescent. And with your exhale, take it into your side body stretch. Nice. Make it back towards center. Take it to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle with the option to take the left hand into the nape of the neck. Side body stretch. Breath in. Exhale, bring it to center. Inhale, reverse with option to wrap around. And with your exhale, let's head back towards the center of our mat and take off into warrior three. So my blocks were kind of right there, ready for me. Now, left leg extending back. Maybe I get light up on my fingertips for this one. Feel like we're not dumping into the right hip socket, but trying to lift up and out. Nice. Hands can reach back. Hands can reach forward for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way up to standing, single-legged mountain. Exhale, figure 4. Inhale, bring it back up, single-legged mountain. Again, figure 4. One last time, single-legged mountain. Now with your exhale, take it into standing splits. Now from your standing split position, you can stay just as you are, or you can always take some extra handstand hops to give yourself some extra intensity here. So I like to think of my top leg staying as still as I can and letting the power come from my bottom leg. All right, kiddos, step it back, high to mid plank, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do our other side. I'm like, let me mentally prepare myself. Left foot stays, right leg lifts. Now we're gonna try that hop to the front. Yeah. Trying to sustain it as much as we can. All about that compression, baby. I'm gonna try one more. And when you make it, lower the right foot next to the left. Halfway lift, take a breath in. And with your exhale, low lunge. Step the right foot behind. Rise up, high crescent. And with your exhale, grab right wrist, side bend to the left. Nice, take it back towards center. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle with option for that little skull grab. Breath in. Exhale, bring it center. Inhale, working your reverse. Again, maybe you work for those long arms. Oh. Nice. And then let's get set up to go back into our warrior three. Oh. I like to get light on my fingies. Making sure we're not dumping into the hip, staying balanced. Maybe hands work back. Maybe they work forward. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, single-legged, figure 4. Bring it up, figure 4. Last time, up, figure 4. Now take it up and through to your standing split. And if you practice with me on the other side, you can do hops, or you can just stay and work through the stretch of your hamstrings. That was a little tight for me. Overshot it. All right, you can step back, move through your high to mid planks. Good, upward facing dog. And then again, resting pose of choice. Good work, you guys. Take a little sip. Reset. Oh, that's weird, David. That's weird, G. In the wrong video. Weird. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys are here now. Oh. I know, originally in the Discord, I linked the one from last week. And then I was like, let me fix that. So hopefully that didn't fuck with you guys, or hopefully I'm pretty sure I linked the right one. Well, we're going into our final bits. So we're gonna work on our final back bends here. We're gonna work through bridge, wheel, and hopefully some floor bow. So I know that these can be, for some of us, some kind of scary back bends, but it's good to work through our fears. Like the Bene Gesserit teach us, fear is the mind killer. All right, kiddos. So we'll lay down onto our backs. We've already done a pretty hefty back bend thing in the very beginning, so we won't spend too much time bridging. So before we begin, draw your knees into your chest, give them a little stir. And then we'll bring our feet down to the ground. and head into our bridge. So hips up. If you're feeling also like just winding down your practice because you're feeling like toast, you can take it into a supported bridge. So taking your block, maybe on like a medium level now that we've done some pretty challenging things, so maybe the hips feel pretty open. And then from here, we're gonna take it into wheel, and we're gonna do this fucked up thing called wheel push-ups. So again, you can stay in your bridge if you don't feel confident doing wheel at home, because I know some people that are like, I don't trust myself. I only do this in a classroom when there's a teacher. So if that's you, stick with it, keep yourself safe. But hands come above you. And then you'll either push to the crown of the head or push straight through your arms. So take a few moments here just to kind of wiggle and feel things out. I know this can be a lot for the forearms, a lot for the shoulders. But if you want to try some wheel push-ups, I like to look between my hands and tap my hairline onto my mat. Do 5, 4, 2, last 1, and bring it down. Woo! That was a burner. Oh my God. Okay, let's roll ourselves onto our tummies. And then we're going to work a floor bow. So I want to start with like a little bit of quad stuff because I feel like it helps. So we'll do a quick little froggy guy. Right leg bends, reach back, capture the foot, and then try to stretch through your quadricep. Now I'm doing a specific thing with my arm where I'm like spinning so that my fingertips face forwards. This makes it kind of a combo of frontal shoulder and quad. But know that it's also easy, especially if you're kind of flexible, to leave out the quad element by not including your posterior tilt. So try to tilt and tuck tailbone as you do this. Nice, release. Same thing other side. Sweaty. All right, let's release. And now we're gonna get that floor bow. So lowering all the way down and reaching back for the tops of your feet. You can work higher, and I like to kind of creep my way up my leg. All right. So from this position, take a breath in, and then exhale, kick your feet into your hands. Right? Even if you just get a little bit of lift to start, include that sense of lift of the legs up towards the ceiling. Good, 3, 2, and release on 1. Oh. Let's go to fetal. Knees together, hips to heels, forehead to ground. We'll elevate ourselves, sit off to one side, and we'll go feet together, knees wide, and work through bound angle. So sitting up tall, long spine, or as long as you can, and then moving forward, stretching out the back. Good, we'll bring ourselves back up. Take a quick twist, right hand to left thigh, rotate. And to the other side, rotate. Good, bring yourself back to center. Roll out the neck a little bit. And decide whether you want to end today with a seated meditation or a lying down Shavasana meditation. I'm just feeling like staying upright, personally, for my energy. So whatever you're choosing, just make yourself out to be as comfortable as possible. Sometimes when I sit, I like to bring a block underneath my butt. Originally, this practice was designed to make meditation easier, sitting for the extended periods of time. And not clearing our thoughts, but being observant of our thoughts. As observers, there's a sense of detachment. I know it seems weird to think of not being our thoughts since we are the one having them. Take 3 more breaths here. And then we'll bring a hand to heart and a hand to belly. Practice is gratitude in action. Every day that we're able to move our body is a gift, a reason for celebration, an act of self-love, an act of perseverance, a demanding that we deserve to be here. Friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Monday. And rest of your week. Great job. Oh. Oh, good. The hummingbirds have found the feeder. I had the feeder out and didn't see anybody coming, but they're here now. Oof, I'm dead. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm right there with you. That was a tough one for some reason, somehow, some way. Don't know how that happened. My hop scared cat. Oh, sorry, kitty. That's why I only bring pie in on Thursdays, because Mondays are wild. Good job, kiddos. Sorry for the link confusion. Sorry that happened. Oh yeah, no, the run adds to it. Yay, wheel push-ups were killers. Love that. We'll see how people feel about them this week and when I go and teach. They're kind of one of those things where it's like, what? You want me to do what? So let's talk about schedule for the rest of the week. Fears the mic killer. But for real though. So I'm going to release the bar recording. I recorded on my camera, but I didn't record it on Zoom, so I don't have the track with like my voice and the music linked. So I'm just gonna post it up and be like, here's the playlist. Put it on while you do this class. So I'm gonna release that tomorrow. And then Thursday, we'll be back with beginner's class. Bar scares me too. Oh, I know it's scary. It's not too bad. I feel like I'm a nice bar teacher. I don't know if you guys agree. Because I feel like I'm in there and I'm like suffering with you. You know? I'm very out there with my thoughts as I'm doing it. Oh man. One day I'll do a wheel push-up. It's been years. I know that it's really tough, David. The back bends are tough. I know for some people, back bends are like some people in yoga have like their thing. I like folds, forward folds, hip openers. I'm like, give it to me. But back bends, I'm always like, I got some good ones, but it's a mental thing I have to go through to get myself there. Aw, thank you, Miriam. I know, Nicolette, so I was actually planning on doing one possibly the beginning of, or towards the beginning of July. So in a couple weeks, because we have the hybrid arm balance class at the end of July. So I'm going to be opening up 4 spots for people to come train in this room with me. But I want to do a little dance session before that. But I'm kind of waiting to hear back about this music video shoot because the date keeps moving. So once I know that, then I will schedule it. All right, everybody. Hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Can't believe we're almost to July. excited. All right, folks. Logging out the stream. Gonna go water my tomatoes and maybe moisturize my face. If you missed the beginning of the stream, I told everybody that I got ready but forgot to moisturize and was wondering why my makeup felt so crunchy. I was like, ew. Why does this look like I'm... I don't know where my head was at this morning. How did I miss the essential step of moisture? And I literally moisturize like everywhere else too. I was like, ooh, lotion my arms, my legs, but the face. Only mortal, yes. Bisous et tu. Thank you, Miriam. All right, everybody. Love you so much. I'll see you